5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heyo, nerds. Welcome back to the Drunken Nerds podcast, number 34. We have an angry dog behind us. My name's Dan, and over here is Schubert.
What's up, nerds? We are back in action.
Yeah, and we are back. I'm obviously not in the unfinished basement.
Still look the same.
Yeah, I'm watching a dog for 3 days. He's literally an attack dog. Like, he'll rip your face off if you see him. So
yeah, he's gonna be barking, huh?
Yeah. So I couldn't even bring around my house because my daughters are horrified of this dog. So I'm living here for 3 days. So Schubert, where are you?
Doesn't sound like the worst.
No, it's not the worst. Get a house to myself, get a little freedom for a little while, but can't complain here. What about you?
Hanging out. I'm in Dallas right now. Been in Texas for the last couple days. Did sort of the Texas Triangle. Hit Austin, San Antonio, Houston. I hit them all.
See, I've never visited Texas. It's a place I definitely want to go to.
You don't want to mess with Texas.
Yeah. You've had some good things to say about it, though, when it comes to, like,
I love Texas. Pretty
stuff.
High up on my list. Yeah, I can't go wrong. Basically, every city I go to, all my favorites are there, so.
All right. So you're back in civilization, a good way.
Yeah, thank God. Indiana's in the rearview mirror and hopefully never going back.
You're a little closer to Florida. Tad.
We're getting there. We're getting there, and it's probably pretty possible for sometime next week.
Okay. You got to make use of those new season passes for Walt Disney World.
Yeah, the 50th officially kicks off, I think, a week from Friday. So.
Okay. Yeah, you've seen these crazy people trying to find merchandise at Disney right now. It's insanity.
Yeah,
people
it sounds like it's going to be pretty wild come October 1st. So trying to get there by then at least.
Yeah. So you got to get over there. We need to see a Schubert bar crawl or something, and maybe an Epcot around the world.
One of these things, the statue crawl still needs to happen. So hopefully we'll figure it out one of these days.
Right. Okay. All right. So we are back to normal for the most part. There's a lot to talk about this week, I think.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. You get into anything this weekend? I didn't do anything too crazy.
Yeah, no, we've actually kept it pretty tame since our Chicago weekend.
I wouldn't call what I did tame this weekend, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, me either. Nothing. I don't know. I installed the glass shower. That's pretty much all I did.
Had a pretty solid brownout during football, hang at the hotel, but it looked like I stayed well behaved, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, no crazy stories. So we need to figure something out.
Judging from my receipts, like I think I just like sat at the bar and was pretty well behaved, and then went to bed pretty early.
Seems like a good day.
Yeah, and I floated around the lazy river. So,
oh, that's right. You were at the lazy river place.
Yeah, so I think the sun is what caused the brownout because I didn't really drink that much, but we get some.
Well, a few drinks in the sun, I mean, it basically enhanced it by 10 times.
Yeah, and the bartender liked me, and they were I know I saw the pours; they were ridiculous. So,
were there a lot of people at Lazy River?
Not in the river, but it was a pretty crowded pool. It was a big hotel.
Okay. Now, obviously, they had like a bar on the top, like in that area.
Yeah, they had a bar. So I got there. The bartenders, they were cool. They were keeping me hydrated.
That's
and then
good enough for you.
Then when I went to my room, it gets pretty blurry. But I think I just sat well behaved and watched the football game at the bar.
It does make sense because I was texting you, and you're a talker when it comes to drinking. Like you didn't respond for like 5 straight hours. Like this.
No, I wasn't doing anything on my phone. I wasn't like getting in. I looked. There was no phone history. I didn't do anything. I think I was literally just sitting at the bar, dialed into the television.
You don't think you passed out for a few hours?
No, I remember the game. So,
because I was amazed. I honestly was. I actually texted somebody else that knows you, and it's like, should I call? Because I don't think he might have drowned in the river. He's never been this quiet before on a phone ever in his life.
No, I don't know what that was all about. Because I was wondering the same thing myself. I was like, why wasn't I talking to anybody? But I'm like, but I was sitting at the bar. I found my receipts. They were reasonable. So I think
Okay.
I just had a chill day at the bar.
You might have just been in the zone
Yeah.
for a little heat exhaustion.
I think that's probably what it
Hit it.
was. Yeah. So, and I was
Okay.
just zonked out at the bar watching the football game.
Now it makes a little more sense. I'm glad you didn't drown in the Lazy River.
No,
would've been a
that
rough
could have been
sight.
bad. Yeah.
That could have been really bad.
Could have been bad for everybody.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into this week. Yeah, a lot of random good stuff though. For the most
Yeah, it's
part,
pretty heavy and pretty a lot of stuff I'm into. So,
yep, let's send it to the Half Naked Men. Let's do it.
This week's hangover.
All right, that
before we
picture
start,
never
I
gets
gotta
old.
say, I like your hat. For those of you who
thank you.
can't see, he's got a nice what is that? Authentic Oktoberfest?
It's authentic. You can't see the feather. It's on one of the sides. But yeah, I'm celebrating Oktoberfest because this is the second and final week of the official Oktoberfest
So
over
you got to
in
make
Munich.
it count.
Got to make it count. I hope they're having a good time over there. I meant to look up before this show to see how, like, pictures and stuff to see if it's like the same as usual, but I forgot to.
Yesterday, I had a couple hours to kill. I was in San Antonio, and I got to say, that looks like quite the place. And
You mentioned that a couple of good places over there.
I unfortunately, I was on the clock, so I couldn't really participate. I had some work to do later in the afternoon. I was just killing some time. Ran into a few German beer gardens. They had the full cup, the full-sized cup. You could buy it, get the souvenir, and then continue to walk around town because there's no open container.
That sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it was
Heaven.
the actual definition of torture for me. I ran into there was a Margaritaville right next to a Hooters. I went to Margaritaville and I wasn't able to get a souvenir, so I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, you picked the wrong time to go there, I think.
Even if I had gone after work, I would have been like, at least I can have a few. But no, I was killing a few hours before going back to work, so didn't work out. I need to get back there.
Okay, we'll plan a trip to San Antonio then.
It's got to be like off the top of my head. It's in the top 5 drinking destinations in the country.
Okay.
It's right up there. I mean, I don't think you can put it ahead of Vegas. I don't think you can put it ahead of Nashville. I don't think you can put it ahead of New Orleans. But it's got to be right there at number 4, I would say.
Okay. So next time there's a big event, or even for us, a big event, like a wrestling event or something.
Yeah, if there's a wrestling event in San
Antonio.
Antonio, I'm going. You
Let's
can't
do it.
stop me.
Okay. All right. That'll be your next trip for sure. All right. So let's get into the first thing, Schubert. So you were excited about this. I'm not. But so the Fantastic Beasts, they released a title and a release date for the I think it's a third installment.
Third installment.
Long
delayed.
Okay. So what gets you so excited about this?
Well, this release date, it's actually early. It's about 4 months earlier than it was supposed to come out. So one of the few we've seen bumped up. So I don't know what that means. Maybe this movie has just had issues from the get-go.
Did you like the first two?
I like them. They're not, I don't know how you'd put it. They're not really like fun watches, but I like them.
Okay. I've never seen them, so I'm not going to comment on this. I was going to try to brush up on this before we got onto this podcast, but I don't have time to watch these two movies.
They're slow. They're very slow. They're pretty, I don't know what the right word is, like in the Harry Potter lore. Like you have to be pretty into to get them. Like if somebody just watched them, they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Not get you. Like if you watch the second one, you'd have zero clue as to what's going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of cool, beasts, obviously. So I like that part, but they're good movies. They're just not like, they're not exciting is probably the right word. They're not, I don't know.
It's still obviously still a big movie release that's going to happen. I think it's coming out in April around Easter.
April 22nd, I think, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere around there. 15th or 22nd. They call it The Secrets of Dumbledore. So
yeah, so Dumbledore's got some skeletons in his closet, it seems. I mean, I think I'm in the minority. I think Dumbledore's kind of been an asshole the whole time. So I think The Secret is going to just cement him as an asshole.
Okay, so bring him to the dark side over there.
Well, no,
apparently.
he's still a good guy, but like I know there's this whole thing, and it's like a theory that like the real bad guy in this movie's Grindelwald. And Dumbledore's got some sort of like gay love affair going on with him or something, and he was like worse than Voldemort. So Dumbledore might be choosing some love over the dark side, or I don't know.
Okay. Well, that sounded like a complete foreign language to me, but we'll see what happens on this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like these movies. So
Okay, well, I will get on something that gets me really excited. It gets me
moving
pretty
right along. Yeah.
All right, so if you've known me, which obviously you have, I'm a huge BFG guy. I got the books, everything. I love it. So Netflix has acquired the Roald Dahl story company, so they're going to start producing movies and series. Obviously, from this, I think they're starting with Willy Wonka and Matilda, which Matilda sucks. So I really don't care for that. But they have the rights to all the Roald Dahl catalog.
I got to tell you, not a BFG guy.
You're not a BFG guy?
So
That was my favorite book.
BFG is like my Chucky, I think. I don't know.
Freaked you out?
So I don't know when you saw Chucky, but I remember I could read at like a stupidly young age. I think I read BFG when I was in like first grade.
You didn't like it?
I thought the Giants were going to walk by my window and eat me every night.
So not a BFG guy. So what's your
Maybe I'll
favorite
go back, but
book from Roald Dahl?
I've been waiting for a proper James and the Giant Peach installment for a long time.
Okay.
I don't know why it hasn't happened by now.
I feel like that one has to be pretty quick on Netflix's.
I'd say it's
like,
probably
to-do
first.
list.
I'd say that and Matilda are probably first. The Wonka stuff is probably complicated.
Well, they already said that Willy Wonka's first.
It is.
Willy Wonka's first, then Matilda, like a
Interesting.
musical, is second.
Okay.
So they announced those two.
I wonder how that'll affect, because there's another Wonka movie coming out already.
Yeah.
So there's like a Wonka prequel coming out. I think it's already filmed.
Is that, what are they, Universal?
It's got to be, I would imagine.
Yeah. So, okay. So maybe they're doing that. But yeah, Netflix is going to go all out. But those two are announced first. And I think they're going to go down the road, I think, of the lesser known. Willy Wonka's
Weird
always
ones
the most
like Fantastic Mr. Fox and shit.
Fantastic Mr. Fox was good stuff. You know what one I like was the Twits. Do you remember that one?
The Twits. No. Oh, I remember it. Yeah. That was another one. That was another one that traumatized me as a child. Roald Dahl really fucked me up.
He was
as
the best.
a child, because I also saw The Witches when I was like 6.
The Witches. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that traumatized me. I think I can't think of like two things that traumatized me more as a child than the BFG and The Witches. The Witches movie when the kid turns into a mouse and then they're like taking their wigs off and these creepy old things. I don't think I liked old people for like 10 years after that.
You know what?
They were all witches.
Yeah, he did some weird stuff, but he had a ton of good books.
I was a big Willy Wonka guy, big Charlie and the Chocolate Factory guy.
You know which one I had because my parents like gave it to me when I was born was Danny the Champion of the World, which obviously named after me.
Isn't
so
that one like doesn't really count, but it kind of does. Isn't there some
it
like
counts.
shady stuff? Yeah.
I don't know what they're. I don't think they're going to make a series out of it. A little controversial on that one. It draws a line on things they probably shouldn't go near, and if they start pulling up the details of that book, it might not go well. It might be like a Song of the South type of thing.
Ooh,
might not want to go there.
They're not making any rides at Disney World about it.
Yeah, no. That's one I think they will kind of want to brush under the rug.
Big James and the Giant Peach guy, so I'm ready for that.
Yeah, they have to make a good one of that. I don't know if they should make a series or probably a series for Netflix. Their like one-off movies aren't that good.
That's what happened. I think that's what the problem was in the book. Like, I mean, the movie, the one that's like 20 years old, like nothing really happens. It's like an hour and a half movie. They need to make like a whole season about them like stuck in the peach out to sea, ready to like eat each other.
Well, for you, I hope they make a real life horror film of the BFG, like a movie style.
Not the Tom Hanks one. Yeah.
No, not the Tom Hanks one.
They remade The Witches not that long ago. I didn't watch it. No, not going.
I didn't watch it either. No,
not going near that one.
Yeah, but that's exciting though. That's a big acquisition for Netflix for the most part. But.
I think it's cool of them going after like full catalogs.
Right.
they'll kind of create their own little universe pockets, probably.
Yeah. And he has a ton to offer. So, I mean, good stuff that you could probably. I mean, they've already brought all these things to film, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of there's many that haven't been. Maybe your Danny, champion of the world.
I don't think they can go there, even though it's a good book. It's named after Dan, so we'll see. All right, so we'll stick with the film stuff. So you gotta correct me on this one. La Brea.
Yeah, like
on NBC,
like the La Brea Tar Pits.
Okay, La Brea from NBC is coming out next week. A new show, which you're very excited about. I watched the trailer and I saw a couple things today, and looks interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. What do you think?
I get very excited for these NBC shows every time. Then
they disappoint every time.
They disappoint every time.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like Manifest. I think we talked about that. I'm like, I'll watch Manifest when it gets to season 3 or 4 or whatever.
Did it get past season 1?
I got to 3 and then they canceled it, and then like everybody flipped out, and I think Netflix finally revived it or something somewhere. Hulu revived it or something for like a final season.
Yeah,
that's what happens with every one of these on NBC.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I like the whole thing. I don't like how the executive producer is an absolute nobody, and the stuff that he does. I looked him up. Like, he's done stuff that has been really, really bad.
The actors are all, there's not a single known actor.
Right.
Basically, if you haven't seen the trailer, the premise, it basically looks like Lost, except instead of going to an island, they fall into a pit in the ground and end up like either in like dinosaur times or like a Hollow Earth type situation, or like traveled back in time or something like that. But basically it's Lost, but in dinosaur times. That's what it looks like.
Right. And if it was a producer like J.J. Abrams, we'd be all over this. We'd be going crazy right now. But from a guy from a nobody, NBC, no-name actors.
Even Lost, it was pretty no-name actors when it started, but like you recognize some of them.
Right.
And like even like the big one was Dominic Monaghan you knew him from Lord of the Rings at the time.
Right.
He was somebody. Like, this series doesn't have one person like that.
Yeah. We've been craving a Lost reboot of any type.
They got it.
If they want to throw them in a sinkhole and turn it into Lost World underneath the sinkhole, just do it right. But I have my doubts on this one for sure.
Big time doubts. The one thing it has going for it, and I don't know if this means anything, it's like the most expensive first season of a TV show in like 20 years or something like that.
Well, that means definitely something that they're putting all the chips in there. Right. So,
but I think the last one was Terra Nova, and it was basically the same exact show.
Yeah.
And that lasted like 8 episodes. So we'll see. I'm going to give the pilot a watch for sure. If it doesn't grab me right away, we're going to probably be setting sail.
Yeah, you might have you'll have a good idea by the pilot.
Big time.
How this is going to go. So I think that comes out the 28th,
I think it's
right?
Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's soon. All right, something to look forward to, I guess, on NBC. They always try, they always fail.
They always try, always fail. I don't watch any shows currently, so I mean, I can throw one into the lineup pretty easily.
Yeah, me either. If I think about it, the only show that I watch like consistently is Ted Lasso. Really, I can't think of anything else that I watch on any streaming service, like on a week-to-week basis.
Nothing religiously.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But
you one I got to start. It just came out this week, I think. Maybe tonight even was Tacoma FD is back.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
If you haven't checked that one out, it's a good one.
Really good one.
I think it's season 3 just started up. So
it's hilarious. All right, so we're gonna move on to it's all films actually streaming stuff.
We're movie week.
So Disney Plus they announced their Halloween schedule, and they got some pretty good exclusives coming on. So they're starting with the Lego Star Wars Halloween special, which I'm sure will be good. I mean, something different. It's based on BB-8. I think going to
trick or treating.
He's going to some house, but Those Lego spinoffs are always pretty good.
They are what they are. Yeah.
I mean, last year I think Disney Plus were kind of getting their feet, just getting going. So they didn't do too many specials when it came to Halloween. This year they have 3. The biggest one, which I think you know about, is the Muppets Haunted Mansion. Basically, the Muppets are going to spend a night at the Haunted Mansion.
Big Muppets guy. Big Haunted Mansion guy. So natural
it's a
fit
win-win.
for me.
Yeah. This is going to be great, I think. I think it's going to be – is it a show? This one's a show, obviously.
I think it's probably like an hour-long special or something like that. But we'll see. The Muppets, they've been it's dropping stuff over here. Dropping bottle caps. The Disney still seems to be working out like what they want to do with the Muppets as a franchise. Like they always seem to have these little like one-offs, or like they haven't had a movie in a couple of years. So I think they're trying to work the Muppets in when they can, and hopefully it's a success.
Well, it's also a perfect opportunity to start pushing the new Haunted Mansion movie is going to come out. So
very soon, yeah. So
it's a great way to do it to get people excited. Obviously, seeing the Haunted Mansion in their face are going to get them to realize that the new movie's coming out. So smart move by them. And then the only other thing coming out that's exclusive is a series called Just Beyond, which is based off the R.L. Stein's books, which they're going to release all 8 episodes on one day. I think it's like October 13th, which is an awesome idea. So anything R.L. Stein, I will check out.
Yeah, we said that when Fear Street came out, and I don't think either one of us got around to Fear Street. So maybe we'll give – this is Disney Plus and not Netflix, so I got a little bit more faith in it.
Exactly. You didn't watch? I thought you watched Fear Street.
I never did, but I mean, people talked highly of it, yeah, so that wasn't a problem. But it was one of those things where, like, I missed the release window and haven't doubled back to.
Okay, I'm a little girl when it comes to like scare things, so that's why I didn't watch it. I kind of wanted to watch it, but couldn't bring myself to do it. R.L. Stein on Disney, I can do.
Yeah, that seems like it'll be something good. Like the Goosebumps movies, those were fun.
Yeah, but, I love the Goosebumps movies.
So that's something Netflix needs to buy. Just do Goosebumps, every single one of them, right in a row.
That's a great. So many, man. I love doing that. I love the ones where what was the ones where like go to page 6? They call it
Choose Your Own Adventure.
The Choose Your Own Adventure. I love the Choose Your Own Adventure.
I think they were called Give Yourself Goosebumps.
Yeah, those are great.
Speaking of Choose Your Own Adventure, I think that's probably the next thing on our list.
It pretty much is, because coming to Netflix is a very, very exciting special called Escape the Undertaker.
I have seen so many strange and different reactions to this. I want to see what yours is.
My reaction is very exciting because you couldn't pick a better person to go to the Undertaker's home than the New Day. This is amazing. I mean, I can't think of anything better. So basically, the New Day is trying to bring. I think it's like they bring their power of positivity to go find the urn.
I think it's like their car breaks down in front of Undertaker's house. Or something.
I love it. Those guys are hilarious. They're great. I can't think of a better trio to send to the Undertaker.
So that was what a lot of the reactions where I was seeing was like, is this going to be a vehicle for like Undertaker stuff, like movies or whatever? I think it's a vehicle for New Day stuff. They're gonna just meet the Undertaker, then they're gonna meet the Mummy, then they're gonna meet Frankenstein. Like, who else does the New Day want to meet? Dracula. Like,
I 100% agree, because how much I love the Undertaker, he's not going to be the star of this show.
Oh God, no.
No, it's good. I feel like it's going to be Xavier Woods just because of his reactions. And man, it's going to be amazing. The Undertaker will be there. He'll be fun. He'll be the serious, like, get out of my home type of guy, you know. But
that's actually a pretty good impression.
the New Day, they're gonna bring it. It's gonna be awesome.
So you're into this?
I'm 100% into it. I'll be watching that the second it comes out, which I think is October 5th. As soon as this might be the first Netflix thing that comes out that I'll watch, and I'll literally wait on my phone until it's released.
Now, have you done any of the other Netflix where you sort of like choose your own path?
No.
So this will be your first experience.
This will be my first experience, yeah.
Now, will you watch all the different outcomes?
I feel like I have to.
You're gonna really dig in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for this just because I love the New Day. I love the Undertaker. I like the concept of this. So I'm in. I'm in on it.
All right, I like it.
Yep. So you'll get my reaction on October 6th. They usually come out on Fridays, right? I don't even know what October 5th is.
I don't know. It's Netflix, so
Yeah. So
it's interesting.
We'll be talking about that.
It's an interesting collaboration, though, that the WWE and Netflix, which seems to be our theme of the night, is Netflix is really starting to spread its wings a little bit. Right. I imagine if this is even a moderate success, we're going to see a bunch of other stupid stuff like this from the WWE.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I never saw this coming with them partnering with them.
No, I've seen it's part of the exciting part today has been a lot of the reactions I've seen on Twitter. They're all over the place. Like, from this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life to like people who are like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. So
they need to get the Undertaker involved on some stuff. I mean, they're probably like, we're paying him. We got to make him do something stupid.
Right. Oh, love it. So then they'll get a good traction. I'm actually shocked they're not doing it on Peacock, though.
That's a very good point. Yeah. So I wonder if there's anything there.
So anyway, that makes a little more money doing it that way. All right. So last thing before we move on. So we want to talk about NFTs real quick. And I brought this up to you. And we've been talking about Top Shot for months now. We haven't brought it up
almost the whole time. Almost since the very first episode.
And if you were smart, you probably would have listened to us and continued with Top Shot and just held on. I mean, we have a lot of idiotic friends who sold their stuff. And
ones who don't wear shirts.
Yeah, a lot of people that don't wear shirts would realize if they just held on, they would have made some money. But NBA Top Shot has been awesome. I mean, between me and you, I mean, we haven't put much money in.
We're sitting pretty.
We're sitting pretty now. So they are the company who released Top Shot, called Dapper, is starting to release more projects. One that's coming out is Seussibles that just came out, which I'm a part of now. So basically, they release NFTs from Dr. Seuss, which is fun. It's different. It's definitely more for kids. It's not as profitable as NBA Top Shot because they're minting a ton of NFTs per card. But now they're getting into soccer and UFC.
Soccer, UFC, both on their way.
So if you go on Google and type in Dapper La Liga or Dapper UFC, go to the website. You can sign up for early access. Just type your email in there. They'll send you a link. You can get on. The thing they like about Dapper, it's one of the few, probably the only project actually. If you want to buy something, you can put your credit card number in or your debit card number in and buy something. You don't have to have like a ETH wallet or a Bitcoin wallet.
But very easy.
Very easy.
I actually went down that sort of rabbit hole today, and I got a Blockdo ETH wallet. It cost me $100. Don't get anything from it. So basically, I'm already 100 in the hole from anything I do.
Right.
I was trying to go down the rabbit hole. I was trying to get into crypto kitties.
Yeah, all that stuff requires different types of wallets. You can't just use your debit card. That's why I love Dapper.
So I'm setting up the wallet today. They need all kinds of verification, my address. They want my tax return to verify my place of residence and crap like that. Yeah. And then my bank declined the transaction because they thought it was fraudulent. So they put a hold on it, and so the transaction failed. So that money's just sitting there for 10 days. And then I tried it again. The same thing happened. So even more money is just sitting and pending for 10 days. It's a huge pain in the ass. But
right. So basically what we're saying, if you missed out on Top Shot because you didn't get in early, you have the opportunity now to get into Seussibles, La Liga, or UFC from Dapper. And it's all U.S. currency based. And also, Dapper is worth about $8 billion now. Like, they have money. They're not going to fold. They're not going to, like, they're only making more money. Now the NBA Top Shot has gotten so big and they have, say, $7 billion worth of NBA Top Shot, they have created booths inside of basically every single NBA stadium where if you go to a game, you just sync your phone, you get an exclusive card at that point. they're partnering with the NBA. They partner with these companies. So we're just telling you now, you missed out on NBA Top Shot. Go to these ones.
You know, you got people like Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski coming out with their own NFTs.
Yeah.
Brady came out and said today he'd be fine getting paid in crypto for the upcoming season.
Crypto is the only way to go at this point. It really is.
We're in a little bit of a dip right now because of stuff going on in China. So I say this is not financial advice, but bye.
Yeah. People just have, they panic. And I understand people who know the NFT world, that they buy and sell instantly because they use that money and they send it to another NFT project. They go to different projects. But if you're just doing it as like just a Top Shot or whatnot and sell it within a month, you're not doing any good for yourself. Just hold on to it, or
unless you're doing big bucks where you can, invest 20 grand and sell something for 21 grand and be happy.
Right.
But these NFTs are very quickly becoming the new bling for like NFL players and basketball players.
Yep.
Back in our day, they'd buy jewelry. Nope, now they're buying NFTs. They want a crypto ape.
Yep. It's huge. So we're just trying to get people on board. We say that we didn't tell you so because we brought up Top Shot for so long. We're still saying, I still think that Top Shot's a good thing to get into.
Going to the moon.
Going to the moon. Slow and steady. So, all right. So let's move on to RIP. Not a big one, but
that's every
death counts. All right. All right, so we lost Mick McGinty.
Okay. I thought when I saw the words forming in the graphic, I thought Mick Jagger had left us. And I was like, where have I been for the last day?
No,
we've had a couple Rolling Stone deaths, so 3 is the lucky number too.
Yeah, that could be bad. But I picked him because I was a huge Street Fighter 2 guy. Big time Street Fighter 2 guy. And he's a guy that was responsible for the artwork for that game. Also responsible for a lot of other Nintendo like covers, but Street Fighter 2.
So this is a like for the nerds.
For the nerds, yeah. Like, so I think Street Fighter 2 might be the best cover art in all of Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2, that was like wild for the times because it didn't feel like a video game.
No, not at all.
It felt like you were playing a cartoon.
Yeah.
So I think anybody our age, Street Fighter 2 was their formative game.
Yep. Then they released a turbo version, which was awesome as well.
With Cammy.
Yep.
And Cammy turned a lot of young boys into men.
I think she did.
But yeah, Street Fighter 2.
Good one.
Getting worked up just thinking about that. That was such a good one.
So I had to bring up quarters. Lots of quarters in that one. Man, oh man, that was a tough game because you had to go through 4 bosses in Street Fighter 2, I think. I think it was 4. Yeah.
I know you can probably tell my Street Fighter 2 strategy just from knowing me.
What is it? Just hit the button as fast as you can?
No, I was just Honda and I would do that one move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the dirtiest player in the game. Yeah. Just like on Smash Brothers, I was always just Kirby and I would just rock back. I'm the dirtiest player in the game when it comes to multiplayer. I'm not good, but I try.
Hey, you find your move that works, you stick with it. That's all that matters. All right, so I think we don't have an asshole of the week, so we'll go right to the beer of the week.
No, I've seen some. They're all pretty graphic.
Yeah, we'll try to avoid the graphic awful ones.
There just haven't been fun ones lately.
Yeah.
So we need somebody to like get nude and steal a bus or something.
Yeah, we need some like just stupid drunk man do something stupid.
I saw like one. There was one. I was like, maybe we should talk about this. Maybe we shouldn't. But like, this guy was having like an armed standoff with police, and his girlfriend just cruises in naked on a golf cart, like wasted. And it was like, I got this, folks.
Oh God!
Like, nah, no armed standoffs. That's not funny. So, she was from Boston too. I think so. I think that sounded about right.
All right, so we've had nothing fun without repercussion. We need something like fun that's not like a serious thing.
Right.
We'll
We
find
need,
something.
Somebody destroying an Outback.
Yeah, I gotta start. When I see you, I'll start filming more, so I can just get you as the drunken asshole of the week all the time.
Just doing something stupid.
Just doing something stupid.
Well,
All right.
I'm guessing there's an Epcot trip in the near future, so
Yeah.
you might have to sneak
Just
down.
film yourself. That's it.
I think I will get a selfie stick for the next trip to Disney.
I don't think you bring selfie sticks. I think you probably.
I think you
sneak them
can.
in.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the beer of the week. I know we haven't had any beers really in a while. It's been all like random stuff, and it's going to continue tonight. So let's go to the beer rating.
I'm telling you, I haven't even been a Bud Light drinker in the recent.
Yeah, no, I think Chicago killed me.
Beers just haven't been hitting the same.
So not a beer, but beer of the week. Here we go. All right, so for the beer of the week, I gotta set this up. So there has been a drink that I've never seen social media around us, like Facebook, everything, talk about a drink that's so popular that nobody can find because it sells out instantly everywhere. So I went to a bar on Saturday with my dad, and they tapped this drink the day before. So we got there, and just happened that they tapped another incredible beer. It's the day that we went. But the day before, they had this cider, and it sold out, they said, within 6 hours.
The whole keg.
The whole keg.
That's
done.
pretty impressive for a restaurant.
So I've looked everywhere for this. And so this is no lie. Today I actually called Atkinson Village Country Store.
Good man.
I was actually going to text them out because I have his cell phone number, but I felt that was inappropriate. So I called the store and I said, "Do you have this cider?" And he goes, "We bought 36 packs on Sunday." He said this on Sunday, 36 packs. There's 4 left that are out back. And I said, "Okay, are they for sale?" He goes, "I can give you 2, but I can't give you all 4. So I said, "I'll take 2. No, it's 4 cans per pack, so it would have been 8. So I bought 8.
So that's pretty generous. I thought you meant 2 cans out of a 4-pack. I was like,
yeah, no. He had.
That's how high demand it is.
It's very high. He goes, "I can't believe how quick it went." He goes, "Most stores can only get it between 6 and 8 cases, whatever." So I went there. He sold me 2, and I happened to have one. So this is, if anybody from the Boston area, I can't even see this. Boston area.
Quite a glare.
The Down East donut cider beer.
Ooh, donut
cider. So
now I imagine it's like those like powdered or sugar donuts like you get at the farm when you get some apples.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Oh, okay. Because I was waiting for you to say Down East, and I'm like, you idiot. Down East isn't that hard to find at all.
So Down East is based out of Boston. And so apparently they restrict distribution to these places, and you have to go to the actual brewery to get this thing.
For the donut.
Yeah,
because the normal I know it's popular, but not impossible.
Yeah. So very hard to find, limited edition. They only released it for 1 month. I don't even like ciders, but after hearing everybody on Facebook talk about this thing, I feel like I had to get it. So thank you, Ahmad. Got a donut cider. Smells nothing like donut. Just smells. I wonder.
This is like you go apple. I'll let you sip, but you go apple picking and you get the donuts and you get the apple cider. This is just like somebody mashed it all together and threw it in a jar. Just like saving a digestive step by having it all mixed together in one drink.
Man, that is good. Needs a sugar rush for sure. You definitely taste the cider. Oh, you definitely taste the donut. Really good. Okay. I can understand why people drink this. I could probably drink, if they had this on draft, I could probably drink 10 of these within a minute.
You'd have diabetes by the end of the night.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's good. Really good.
So is it sort of like what I'm saying? Somebody just took the donuts, mashed them up, and threw them in the apple cider and mixed it together.
It's exactly what it is.
Just you're basically saving yourself chewing.
I feel like you're right. I feel like I'm biting into one of those cinnamon apple cider donuts. Man. Whew. I don't know how to grade this because it's not a beer. I mean, I could drink this instantly within one sip if I wanted to, but I understand the crave because this is definitely catering towards obviously all women for sure.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Easy. And then you get people like Frank. I mean, he would probably kill somebody for this thing.
He's probably watching. I know Down East is his brand of choice.
Yeah. Man, I'm in on this one. Let's try one more sip.
Now it's the cinnamon and sugar donuts, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
So
the cinnamon sugar donuts.
We talked about my love for cinnamon and sugar last week. I might need to find me one of these.
It's really good. Really good. All right. I don't even have. Am I basing off a cider scale or basing off of a beer scale?
I think you got to do a cider scale. That's where I did the when I was going to my Bud Light seltzer reviews.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I mean, I don't even know how to go. I'm gonna give it 9.1.
Wow,
really good.
Wow,
there's no way these 8 ciders last before the end of the night. No chance.
And you seem to be keeping it pretty in check.
Yeah. After this after this podcast and it's done, it's power hour time. I think for ciders.
There you go. All right.
Wow. Yeah, good.
You better get what do you do for that? Just take like half a bottle of Tums ahead of time? Or?
I don't know because I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Obviously, after drinking these
laps around the house.
Yeah, you get sugar rush. Oh man!
Just bring your axe. You can go cut down some trees.
I could cut down some trees. That's not a bad idea. I'll figure something else out. But great beer. So I understand why people are rushing for this thing.
Got an insulin shot at the house you can take?
I might have to. It's not going to be good for me. All right, let's get back to trivia, I think, right? Trivia time. Stump the shoe.
Sounds about right, yeah.
We have some curveballs in this trivia, so let's go for it. All right, 2 minutes to stump the shoe. Everybody knows the rules.
Had a good week last week. I'm going to try to continue that success.
I think you will. I'm trying to be a little bit more even on you. I know it's a little unfair for you for weeks on end. So I'm trying to be a little more fair.
I'd like to one of these weeks have like a competitor. We can like write down our answers and hold them.
Why don't we do that? I'm sure we can get somebody on here. I mean, it should be easy enough. We don't invite anybody, but we should invite somebody for a Stump the Shoe segment. You're right. Frank. He's a brainiac. Let's get him on there first. And we get somebody else.
I would like we need to start working. We have about a month to go. We got to work ahead of time to get a celebrity guest on the cruise. Maybe we could play Stump the Shoe live.
Yeah, I think we should. I'm trying to think who's on the cruise. We can definitely find somebody good.
Bully Ray.
Bully Ray. Yeah.
Known Star Wars fan.
Yep, known Star. Okay, we can do a Star Wars only trivia.
Yeah, I'm thinking you might need to start working on this.
Okay. All right, I'll see what I can do. I'll start reaching out, maybe emails.
Maybe get the Twitter looking a little more legit in the next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, we tried.
Do the same. Yeah, we might have to work on this.
All right. We'll definitely find somebody on the cruise. At least interview or something. I guarantee you, 100%.
We got to get a press pass, right? I think 35 episodes of a podcast is enough for a press pass.
We should be able to. We'll see what happens. Oh, all right. So you're ready for question number 1?
Bring it on.
All right. Dahl named the little girl in the BFG after his granddaughter.
Dahl.
What
Roald
is
Dahl.
her name?
Sophie.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, you really remember that for your child to be scared about.
Pulled it out my ass. It's traumatized in there. I didn't even need to. I didn't even like need to like stop it. I just let that like spew from my brain to my mouth.
That was impressive that you got that. When's the last time you read or heard of the BFG?
I looked into the Tom Hanks movie. I didn't watch it, but
Okay, that's pretty impressive that you had held that into your brain.
I'm telling you, get some dark corners in my brain, and that's one of them.
Wow. All right, 1 for 1. All right, in Street Fighter 2, how many characters can use the Hadouken move? Bonus if you can name the characters.
It's definitely Ken. Ken and Ryu. And I think this is the trick. I think Guile can, but I'm not positive. So Ken, Ryu, and Guile.
That's very, very impressive. No Guile, but
Yeah.
Ryu and Ken.
Yep.
So I'll give that one to you.
A Guile was he had a version of it, but it wasn't this. I don't think it was Hadouken.
Ooh, that's so good. That's a good cider. All right, question number 3.
On a roll right now.
You're 2 for 2. At what wrestling pay-per-view did Undertaker make his debut?
Survivor Series.
That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, 3 for 3. Oh, we're in trouble. Next two are easy for you too. Maybe your first undefeated one. What kind of car does Fozzie drive in the Muppet movie?
A Studebaker.
That is correct. All right.
I'm hulking up right now.
I like how you drink after every single question too.
It's just I'm so
natural.
used to being bad at it that.
Ooh. All right. Question number 5. What is the first fantastic beast that escapes the suitcase?
A Niffler.
Correct. Yeah. Wow, 5 for 5.
I told you guys when I started this show that tonight these were like on topic for me.
Okay, so last question you will get, but can get all parts of it because there's lots of strings to be shared. All right, according to Pro Wrestling Illustrated, name the top 10 wrestlers this year in order. Each one you get right, I'll take a sip. Each one you get wrong, you take a sip.
Are you kidding me? In order?
In order. It's too easy to name 10.
All right. Number 1, Kenny Omega.
All right. Well, it's a sip.
I need can I get a pen and pencil out?
It's a lot of work on this one.
Number 2, Roman Reigns.
Correct.
Number 3 was Bobby Lashley.
Correct. Thank God I like this seltzer. I mean, this cider.
Number 4 was Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm. We got 4 down. Ooh, that's the quickest cider I've ever drank.
Now we're headed to Japan for a little bit, I think. So it's 5. Was it Zack Sabre Jr.?
Incorrect. Take a sip. 5 was Kota Ibushi.
Ibushi. All right. Now I know Zack Sabre Jr. is coming up. Do I just keep saying him, or do I?
Who?
Do you want me to list like who?
Who are you saying?
Like if I get somebody wrong, are you going to tell me what number he is? Like how does that work?
Who's the guy you just guessed?
Zack Sabre Jr.
He's not on this.
He's not on it. Okay, so it's Will Ospreay at 5.
1, 2, 3. Incorrect.
He's at 6. So it's Ibushi. Saito.
No. Take a sip on this one.
It's a neutral brand.
John Moxley.
It's Moxley. I thought he was sick. I thought he was 6.
I'll give you Osprey number 6.
Yeah, that's it. So I was gonna say I would have said Moxley. I would have said Moxley.
Hitcher at 7.
So it's 7. What is it? So I have 4 left.
3 left.
7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 10. Oh, Osprey was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Osprey is 7. So you're at number 8.
I'm at number 8. Okay. All right. I don't know the other 2. So I'll take 2 sips.
Yeah,
I know Rich Swann was 10.
that is correct. The biggest piece of trash is number 8, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, yes.
Yeah, and then Shingo Takagawa.
Yeah.
Takagi. I don't know how to say his name. So you did pretty good, though.
I got more than half, so I think that means I win the question.
Yeah, you did good. Schubert, that was your best showing ever in
6
trivia.
for 6. We'll call it.
We call it for 6 for 6. I added the bonuses on there. Very impressive showing.
Good showing.
So let's get to this week's hangover, and we did pretty good in timing. 52 minutes, man.
Not bad. We're cruising.
We stick to it. All right, let's do it. Oh no, hit the wrong button. All right, choose. What's up with this weekend?
So, very good question. It's at the moment very, very TBD. Still trying to figure out where I will be working Monday morning. And that's going to basically kind of dictate where my weekend goes. But I'm headed to Atlanta tomorrow night, so I'll be there at least Friday. So Friday night in Atlanta. One cool tidbit about my trip. The hotel I booked for Friday night. It's the TVA from Loki.
Oh, nice.
Like it's the actual TVA from Loki.
Yeah.
It's where they filmed it. Like that weird architecture.
Yeah.
So my room, I'm staying in the TVA.
That's awesome. All right. You always stay in fun places, might as well.
Might have to do some sort of cool, see if I can do replicate a photo or a scene or something.
They gotta do something.
Send it. I'll send it on the Instagram. But yeah, I'm staying at the TVA Friday. That's all I know so far. I don't think I have to work Saturday, so I'll probably get pretty fucked up. Then we'll see where I'm headed. Looks like it's either going to be staying in Atlanta, in which case I'll need to figure some cool stuff to do, or headed to Florida.
Gotta get to Florida.
Or there's a sneaky option C. And if the option C happens, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
What's option C?
Option C is West Virginia.
West Virginia, take me home.
At least I can sing this song, but I've been to West Virginia, not one of my favorite places.
Yeah, I can't imagine much going on over there.
Nope. So,
all right,
yeah,
well, that's
those
good.
are the options. I'm hoping it's going to be a Florida weekend.
You need to get back to Florida.
Fingers
We need to
crossed.
see Happy Schubert in Florida.
This is my longest stretch of no Florida in probably since the podcast has started, huh?
Yeah. It's been a while, it
2
seems.
months. Yeah, it's been almost 2 months. So
Gotta find your way back.
I gotta get back.
You'd be in heaven because you have all the passes to every park.
I got everywhere now.
Universal, SeaWorld.
Can't go to Disney on the weekend, but I typically don't anyway. So
You'll go to Universal and SeaWorld on the weekend then. You're good to go.
that's the thing.
So that's exciting. I don't have much going on either. I'm probably going to watch GCW on Friday and Saturday.
Big wrestling weekend. We forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Extreme Rules on Sunday.
A lot of stuff going on. There's a good PWG show, but I don't think that's on Fight.
Yeah, they don't ever
No, so
do that. So I mean,
there's
another
another
thing.
show on Friday, I think, too. I could be wrong. Oh, Rampage, 2-hour Rampage.
Yeah, 2-hour Rampage. I know we did this podcast after Dynamite from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York, which was absolutely amazing.
Bonkers.
So, man,
I think
wrestling is at an all-time high right now.
It's the biggest AEW show I've missed in person this year.
That was a big
so
one.
that one kind of hurt. We'll get back to one soon.
Yeah.
We might have to they announced the new location for Full Gear, I think. I was planning on going to St. Louis, but now it's in Minneapolis. Not as easy to get to.
Yeah. Love it. We need to get back. There's
Hopefully
so much
we
fun
get
to
a
go
San
to.
Antonio show. They're mostly in the Northeast for the next couple of weeks. I know your Boston show's coming up. So.
Right. That is. It's coming up in October, end of October. So.
Oh, yeah, you're going on that right after the cruise.
Oh, yeah, right after
That's
the
not
cruise.
good. I'm probably going to make my way to that Miami show right before the cruise. So
We got to get in there.
we only have about 2-3 more weeks of not attending wrestling in person.
Yep. Love wrestling. So I know we push it all the time. Check it out. A lot of options now. So the only thing is we're watching football on Sunday. I'm playing you in fantasy football.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Which is all exciting because
my team is a little banged up right at the moment.
Yep, always making excuses like he would. But
it's a little banged up at the moment.
Yeah. So we're going to sign off, and I'm going to send it to my favorite man in the world.
Don't do this.
LeVar Ball to showcase who Schubert really is.
Don't do this.
And then we're going to see you next week. So here's a PSA from LeVar Ball.
Stay thirsty.
Shoot, what's going down, man? It's the big baller, baby. Danny reached out to the big baller and told me I got to get real. That's right. How you gonna be 35 years old, man? You ain't had a girlfriend in 20 years. I know why. Because they say you're trying to stay ripe. Yeah, ripe. With your own B.O. Man, you got to use a little soap and deodorant, man, to get on your game. Elsewise, you still going to be by yourself. And like the Pokemon and Legos, you're going to lose to the French bloodline this week in the fantasy football. You better get your game together. Get on the line and get you some Big Baller merch and turn into a big baller overnight, man. Triple B style. Big Baller brand is in the building. You know how I got to do this. But now brush up on your game, man, and keep it right and tight. Because if you don't get right, y'all go get left. Again, man, I'm only going to tell you one time to get this right. Big Baller status apparatus. And it start with a peace of mind. Get that together so you can get your game together. But Big Baller's out, man. That's all I can give you for right now. And I'm down.